Hey Tardos, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of Jerry App. It's going to be the second official episode after the godforsaken Plants vs. Zombies episode. Still, oh my god, still pains me to this day, man. That episode was so bad, but this one's probably not going to be much better. We're just gonna. I haven't played through this one again, but I just wanted to talk about it because you don't really. I've played through this game so many times, man. When it first came out, a couple times after that, a couple of times with my friends. We played online together, and then it got remastered a while ago, and I played the remaster a couple times. I had it on Steam, I had it on Nintendo Switch, and I had it on Xbox, man. And this is the only Burnout game I've played from the series. I think I played Burnout 3 Takedown or whatever it was, but for like not long at all. It was like barely anything when I was younger. So this is like my personal introduction to the Burnout series, and I gotta say, it does not disappoint, man. I would love for them to make a sequel to this game. I really just enjoy the open world aspect of it. I know the prior games aren't like that, so I don't know if I were to go back and play them. I don't know if I would like them or like them too much or not, because I really do like the open world aspect. But we'll talk about more of that as we get into it. This is just a shitty intro for now. I really don't know what I'm going to cover, man, because I don't, like I said, there's not too much depth to this game, really. Most of the depth comes from just the cars themselves and unlocking them, right? But it's good, honest fun, man. And if you like racing games, but you like arcadey style racing games, I would recommend this to someone. If you're looking for more of like a sim racing game, you're not going to get that with this, especially with those, what are they called? The wrecking challenges, where you have to like wreck what are they called? Something challenge, man. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head, but we'll get into it for sure. So yeah, guys, Burnout Paradise. I mean, I guess the game just starts off, you spawn at a junkyard. You never see your driver in this game. You're just driving a ghost car at all times with I hate the guy that talks to you the whole time too. I forgot, is DJ something, DJ Tomic or DJ Tommy or something like that. And he's annoying. Fuck that guy. Fuck Tommy. All my homies hate DJ Tommy. But yeah, you get the car from the junkyard, the Hunter Cavalry, right? Who could forget that? The fucking, was it some sort of Challenger, Dodge Challenger or something? Or maybe as a Charger, I don't remember. I mean, all the cars kind of look like an IRL car, right? Or they're based off of it. So yeah, you get the first car from the junkyard, you take it to the repair station or the shop or whatever you want to call it, right? And it gets fixed up and it looks nice, and then that's your first car in the game. And then once you get the car fixed, it unlocks the burning route. And the burning route is basically a challenge. You have to race with the car itself, and then you can earn an upgraded version of that car. And that'll be the theme for getting all the cars in the game. That's how you do it. If you want to play around with that, you can, but it's optional. I always like to go for all the extra cars as well because I like to collect them all. Collecting all the cars was basically what I did the most in the game. I had the most fun doing that. So that's just what I did. But yeah, you drive around in each intersection of the game. It's open world, right? To a degree. You can kind of go where you want, but at each intersection there's an event. And the event is what makes you progress points on your license for each win. I always thought it was pretty cool, the license system, how you get your license upgraded. You get a free car with each upgrade. And getting the Elite Ultimate license at the end was super cool too. I always really liked doing that. I don't know, man. I wish they would... this game deserves a sequel, I think. It's just too fucking fun, man. Very cool. You could even, if you had the camera back in the day, you could make your actual picture that, or I think it was just your gamer picture if you didn't do that. But yeah, you could actually take pictures and stuff online. Oh, like when people crashed you or you crashed people, it was pretty wild. I never had that feature because I never had the shitty Xbox 360 camera. But it was cool that it was an option. I guess I'll talk about the different events you can do. So there's just like 5 or 6 different events. I don't know how many exactly. There is the road rage event, which where you just have to get reach a certain takedown goal. There's no course or anything. It's not really a race. You kind of just drive through the town. You'll see the other cars driving up beside you. You just take them out, just crash them, get to the goal, and then that's basically it. You can keep trying for a high score if you want to, but I always liked. I found out a while ago if you just sit still, like if a race or something starts and you just stop your car and sit still, it'll actually end the event. But it won't make you lose. Like if you hit the target goal and you just stop, it'll just auto finish. So it's kind of a way. I'm sure that's what speedrunners do. I haven't looked it up, but yeah, that's the burnout or the takedown event. There's also regular racing. There's just, I think that the blue ones, a regular race. And I think it can be a circuit race, or it could be from a point A to point B race. And, pretty easy, pretty self-explanatory. There's also another event called Marked Man, which is you have to reach a certain destination on the map without getting wrecked by these armored cars. I think if you get wrecked 3 times, you lose. But you can obviously drive through the repair shops and replenish like a life per se. I don't know exactly how the mechanics work. I was always way too good at it, man. I never really got crashed. No, it actually gets pretty hard, especially if you don't have a tanky car. If you have something light, you can just get knocked around like a fucking $2 whore. But yeah, that's Marked Man. What else is there? There's the stunt runs, which I always love the stunt runs, man. Stunt runs, basically, you do tricks and you earn points that way. And you can chain them together by doing more, and the multiplier gets bigger no matter. It's kind of like Tony Hawk in this game. Like, that's what I would literally equate it to or compare it to. It's literally just Tony Hawk Pro Skater in the Burnout universe. You can do barrel rolls. You can do like 360s if you like spin your handbrake and go off a jump. I don't really think you can do front flips or anything, or back flips. That's not really a thing. But yeah, it's mostly just barrel rolls and spins to get the biggest multiplier anyways. So that's the stunt ones. You have to just beat the targeted score. They were always pretty easy for the most part. And then what's left? I think there's just the burning routes, which are just the upgrades for the car. Am I missing one? I actually don't know if I'm missing one. Nope, that's actually it. Just the 5 events. And then there's also the road rules and the showtime road, the time road rules, which are basically, they're kind of like mini games. If you go down a certain road, well, every road in the game actually, there's a certain like par time you can beat for going down it fast. And if you do that, if you beat all the roads in the game, you get like a carbon car. Same with the showtime. The showtime is the crash one I was talking about earlier, but I couldn't remember the name of. Basically, you enter showtime mode, you crash your car, and just crash all the other cars on the road, cause a bunch of property damage, commit war crimes, basically, and try to get to the money. Not the money like physically, but there's like a money amount you have to wreck up to. Buses multiply your shit by 1 each, so you want to hit the buses to get a fat multiplier and score big. So that's all the events. And the thing that's cool about the events is that they reset with each license, right? So if you like a specific race or you liked a certain event or where it was located, you could do them again for another license plate when you upgraded, which was pretty cool. I thought that was a very nice touch. Back in the day, when I completed this game, I would get all of the car. I would try to unlock everything, right? So I'm sure as you drive around, that there's like the smash gates. There's gates everywhere that reveal shortcuts And if you smash every gate in the game, you also get a nice carbon car. I can't remember the specifics of them all, but yeah, you do get a specific car for that. There's 50 billboards as well. If you smash all the billboards, there might be more than 50. Maybe there's 100, or I think there's 75 actually. But either way, you smash all those, you get a carbon car. And then the last thing is the stunt jumps, right? Like from Grand Theft Auto. You go off the stunt jump, you land it, and that's it. I think there's 50 of those in the game, and then you get an exclusive carbon car for that. But that's not something you can do it all at once. Like, I remember when I got the remastered version, I actually sat there and did all of the gates, all of the billboards, and all of the stunt jumps, like before even any races, right? But that's not the ideal way to do it. You want to just keep exploring the city, keep hitting them as you see them, and just kind of play the game normally and let yourself get them as they come along. You know, that's how I find the most fun way to do it. If you really want to go from all at the beginning, don't listen to me then, man. Fuck, I don't care. Do what you want with the game, man. That's really all that I can ask you to do. Okay, so I guess I'll talk about the boost types now, right? Each car has there's 3 different boost types in the game. There's stunt boost, which is the green fuel bar, which basically it gets replenished through driving on oncoming traffic, getting airtime, doing stunts in general. That's why it's called the stunt meter, right? Who would have thought? The red bar is the aggressive meter or aggression meter. You get it filled by, taking out fellow drivers, just having an aggressive play style. I think you can get a little bit through oncoming traffic too. I cannot remember for sure though. And then the third one is the flame one, which you can only use if it's fully built. If it's fully charged, you can only use it. But the benefit to this one is, yeah, it sucks that you can only use it when it's fully charged. But if you pull off enough speed, or if you drive in oncoming traffic long enough while boosting, it'll give you a free refill on the boost gauge. So you can keep chaining them together, and then it'll say like burnout times 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever you make it up to. I think there's an achievement for getting 20. Classic voice crack. There it is. Always going to happen. Fuck me. But yeah, you can chain together a bunch of those and just keep on fucking zooming, bro. It's pretty cool. So yeah, there's not really much like meat in this game, right? There's not a whole lot of discovery outside of the gates and the billboards and the stunt jumps. But, I kind of wish, I don't know if you guys have played Forza Horizon 5 or 4, whichever the ones with the barn finds were. But in that game, you would go find a car just at random, right? If you just happen to stumble upon it. I wish you could kind of do that in this game, man. I really wish they hid cars around the city in like hidden spots that you could find. I feel like that would have been so cool and added so much to it, but whatever. I mean, it's not the biggest deal in the world, man. I can live with it. It's honestly pretty repetitive, but I can't lie. It's fun to just play for like an hour at a time. I grinded it all when I was a kid, but I would honestly recommend like an hour at a time, chip away at it a little bit, make it so it's fun, but not like an overwhelming amount of boringness. Like, it really is boring to this day. Like, it's not terribly boring, but I don't know, man. It's really fun. I probably won't ever go back and play it again. Maybe I will, but the online was the most fun for me because I played with friends online, and you could crash each other. I never really match made like races or anything that much. We would always just fuck around in the free roam. Oh, they also had, guys, the free roam challenges. I almost forgot. So on multiplayer, there's like free roam challenges, right? I think they go from 2 to 8 players. I could be wrong. There's different challenges for every player has the same challenge, right? And it's just stuff to do in free roam, like everybody jump from this garage to this spot, or do two barrel rolls here, do this here, and it had to go from 2 to 8 players. And if you did, I never did all of the challenges in the game, but I know if you did all of the challenges in the game, excluding the motorcycle ones, which honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, nobody played this. Nobody played motorcycles on this game. I don't know why it was even like a separate thing. They should have just bundled motorcycles together with the base game. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking with that. I don't know why you would separate like the vehicle types. I would have loved to be able to ride around on a motorcycle while my buddies are using cars, or vice versa. Just to break out the bike every once in a while could be pretty cool. But yeah, I guess missed opportunity. I don't know why they would have separated that. It's pretty dumb in my opinion. But as I was saying with the challenges, right? So you do all the challenges in the game, which honestly I never did when I was a kid. I tried to do it with remastered, but man, is it hard to fucking find people to do the 8-player challenges. I'm sure if you had a community, like if you're a streamer or something, you could find people to play with. But man, this was back before I even knew about Discord or anything like that, dude. It was like so hard to find people for the challenges because nobody really played online that much. I feel like in public matches and stuff that wanted to do that. Nobody really wanted to go for the free roam challenges, even though I thought that was honestly most of the fun was doing those. But yeah, the reward for doing those is I think you get the, what is it, the Jensen P12 or whatever, like the Lamborghini one is. It's like the older Lamborghini car. Jensen P12. You get like a diamond version of it, which is like, it's kind of disappointing, man, because it's like you do all this work to get all these challenges done and you just don't get rewarded that well. I mean, it's a cool car. It's a cool flex to have. It's got the diamond on it, but it's like, really, dude? Like, you couldn't have given me like a fucking Batman car or like some jet engine car or something that's cool as fuck, Just some basic ass like reskin of a car we already had twice now, if you count the burning route. But whatever. I mean, doing the challenges was the most fun of it. The reward could have been better, but whatever. It is what it is, man. You cannot always get what you want, I guess, here, Another thing I liked about this game is how much they actually supported it with like car packs and stuff, This was before like downloadable content really became that mainstream, I think. Or maybe I'm just making shit up on the spot here. But I feel like this was at a time where DLC wasn't really looked at as this thing where it was like, oh, it's just unfinished shit they're putting in the game. It actually felt like they were taking time to put extra shit in the game, which was pretty cool, man. Just to name off a few, the Cops and Robbers pack was cool. They basically turned every single car of the base like all the base cars that you unlock throughout the whole game, they turned them all into cop cars. And I thought that was pretty cool because it made me use some cars that I wouldn't normally use. So that was pretty cool. The toy cars were pretty cool, man. They were just a bunch of the regular cars, and even the bike was a toy at this point. Basically, a shrunken down car, but for some reason they're fucking tanky as shit. There's the legendary vehicles, the Knight Rider vehicle from Knight Rider. They had the Ghostbusters car with the horn and everything. They had the fucking General Lee, except for instead of the Confederate flag, it was the fucking, I think it's the Mexican flag on top of the car, which is pretty funny. And then they had the Back to the Future hover car, which was actually cool because you could switch to flying mode, and it would leave like little flame trails just like in the movie, which was pretty cool. They had the Boost Special Pack, which came with this car called the Extreme Hot Rod, which was it had this unique thing where it's like it's the only car in the game where you can boost. Once you press the boost, you can't turn it off. So you have to really commit to using it. You can still slow down and shit, but it makes the car go out of control, man. You just flying in this thing. And then they had the Hawker mech, which was pretty sick. It was like this mechanical looking version of the Hawker. Also a very unique boost in the sense that you could change the boost at will. You just clicked in left stick, I think, and you could change from the stun boost to the aggression boost to the speed boost. It was very, very unique in that sense. It was actually pretty sweet. And then the last thing they added was Big Surf Island, man. Who could forget Big Surf Island? We thought after the Cop Pack came out, I think this was the last DLC to come out, unless this is, if I'm not accurate, I'm just going to let my delusion speak for itself because I don't really want to look up the dates and shit of when it came out because that's fucking nerdy, dude. Okay, but Big Surf Island was cool because it was just an add-on to the base game, you know. That one bridge, the bridge on the right side of the map you couldn't access before, now opens up. And it's this giant bridge you can go down, and Big Surf Island is on the other end. It's just a tiny island with more events, new cars, obviously. Everybody loves new cars in a game like this. You cannot go wrong there. Once you buy the Big Surf Island pack, you get the Dust Storm, which is a buggy. You can get the super... You can get the super version. It's like a turbo version of it just by beating the burning route. I think you got like a Hummer or something if you got halfway through the game. And then, oh, I almost forgot. You could get the toy cars, like the toy legendary cars. Like, so the Ghostbusters car, those ones, the bootlegger. You could get those just by like playing... the Big Surf Island. Like, I know you get one of them for doing the mega jumps. I know you get one of them for doing the Big Surf Island billboards. You get one through smashing the gates like normally. And then the last one you get by doing the road rules, which is the time and the crashing. And it honestly doesn't take that long, man, because you can get through it pretty fast. Big Surf Island is not that big, but it was a nice little expansion to add on to the game there, you know? And then I think you get, if you could 100% Big Surf Island, you do get another special car. I can't remember what it is. It's like some muscle car. But yeah, it's pretty good as well. And I mean, that's really it, guys. That's the entire game. I really don't know how much more I can say. Jesus, this episode is going to be shorter than a mini-sode, I think. Which is ironic because the mini-sodes have mini in the title, you know? So it's like, what the heck are you doing, man? They can't be shorter. They gotta be shorter. They can't be longer, you know? Like, what the fuck? What are you doing, man? Dude, I honestly don't know what I'm doing. But that's why I'm here, man. I'm trying to improve, trying to get better. You know, we out here. I got off work a couple hours ago, so I've had some time to talk. Sorry, take a drink of water. Fucking water's so good, dog. Even though it's putting microplastics in my skin because I drink bottled water, but that's a different topic for a different episode. Oh, one more thing I also forgot to mention in the game, as far as completion goes, is that you can get two. Every car has paint jobs you can put on it, different colors. Some of them have different finishes you can put on, like different decals. I never really cared. I always just used white because white is my favorite color on cars. I just think every car looks good in white. That's just my personal bias. You can disagree with it. Roast me in the comments if you think white is gay or something, and I'll hear you out. But yeah, if you beat all the events, I think there's like over 100 of them. I think it's like 110. I think if you beat all those, you get the gold paint, so you can have gold on all of your cars as a mini flex to be like, hell yeah, dude, I beat the campaign, I did everything, or I beat all the events, right? And then once you get all the events done, I think you get one for getting all the billboards, all the smashes, all of the super jumps, and all of the golden roll rules done, road rules, the smashes and the wreckage one and the time one. If you do all that and beat all events, you get platinum paint, which is just your car chromed the fuck out. It looks dope as hell, bro. It looks like it's donked out from the hood, you know? Fucking badass chrome platinum paint job. And what's a harder flex than that shit, right? That's literally fall camo from MW2, you know? You did everything at this point, so they give you the chromed out drip, which is pretty cool, dude. It's pretty sick. I'll talk a little more about multiplayer now. I mean, there's not really much else to say. I'm sorry I'm kind of jumping around. I mean, I have no notes for this. I didn't take any notes. I'm kind of just riffing on this one again. I know that I wanted the episodes to be more structured, but I just wanted to put another episode out just to fucking have one, you know? And it's my show, and I can do that. So fuck yourself, idiot head bitch. Cops and robbers in multiplayer. That was pretty fun, right? Not for too long. I actually preferred regular online to the cops and robbers, but it was still cool. There was like these gold bars the robber cars would steal, and then the cop cars would have to crash into them and steal it back. And it was pretty fun. It was just different, you know? That's really a game mode I feel like I haven't seen ever in an online racing game, so it was pretty unique in that sense. But as far as multiplayer goes, yeah, all my time was spent doing the free burn challenges. And when I wasn't doing the free burn challenges, I was just fucking around with my boys. Just doing sick lines on the beach or whatever, doing sick barrel rolls. Oh, we also spent a lot of time at the quarry doing the jump off the quarry into the quarry, doing crazy flips and tricks and stuff. That was always like the most fun part of the game to me, besides doing the races themselves, right? But I mean, I really guess I can't really say much more about multiplayer, you know? Oh, one thing that was cool, the billboards and the super jumps and the gates, the smash gates all carry over into multiplayer and vice versa into single player, right? So no matter what you hit on multiplayer or single player, it counts for both. So, you know, you're done playing single player for a while, your boys want to play online and just drive around. Well, guess what? You can still progress your billboards and the other stuff, which is, I thought was a nice touch, man, because you would think it would just want to lock you out to the single player, right? So there's more single player content, but it's cool that it, just locks it into one mode and you can kind of just do it as will. Not too much else to say here, boys. I guess I'll talk about which cars I like to use personally the most. You start out with the Hunter Cavalry. It's whatever. Dude, me and my boys had this joke about the Hunter Mesquite, which was the El Camino. I don't know why we had this joke. It was so stupid, man. We would always be like, dude, go to the junkyard. I got this sick new fucking car. You guys have to check it out. And then we would just roll out slowly in the Hunter Mesquite. And we would always just laugh so hard because I literally don't know why. We were just dumb kids. But, dude, the Hunter Mesquite was like the laughing stock of cars to us. I have no idea why, because I actually do think the El Camino is a pretty sick car in real life. You know, it's like a car truck hybrid. And you better respect that shit because it's badass, dude. Another one I used was the Hunter Vegas. It was basically like the Chevy Monte Carlo, which was pretty cool. The Ikusa GT Nakamura, that's like a GTR. That thing was pretty cool. The Carbon one was sick. I used the Carbon a lot when I had it, just because it looks fucking sick, man. It all blacked out, all carbon fiber, got the cool spoiler on it, or wing, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Another one I used was the Manhattan, just that Cadillac, that classic Cadillac or Chevy Bel Air, or whatever the hell it is. That old GM, like 50s fucking car that you see in all the old films and like Fallout and stuff. Absolute classic. I love that shit. The Carson Fastback, you get, I think, for getting one of the licenses. It's basically the junked out Camaro or some sort of old muscle car, man. I'm not too good with these. They all kind of blend together for me. I didn't really use any of the British cars or the European dog shit. I don't really like that stuff. The Hunter Spur was like a Dodge Magnum, which I think is pretty cool. Just a wagon version of the Dodge Charger. Not not too crazy. The Carson Inferno van, which is like the A-Team van, that thing was awesome. It wasn't very fast. It wasn't very good for racing per se, but that thing was a monster in the takedowns. Plus, I just love driving it around because it's one of those cars. I like to be. I like to stand against the norm here, and not really pick what everyone else picks because I'm not a conformist. I like to have my own brain. I'm not a I'm not a I'm not a brainwashed retard. Okay, so I like to pick what I want. Okay. Another one I picked a lot was the what's it called? The race car, the NASCAR. Not so much when I was an older man as I aged, but when I was young, I always thought the NASCAR car was pretty cool. And then I used the what is it? The Carson GT Concept, which is basically the Camaro, the newer one. The carbon one specifically, I loved that thing, dude. The thing was sick. The Hunter Citizen was the cop car, the first cop car you earn, not by getting just buying the car pack or the cop car pack, right? And then I mean that was pretty much it. There was a couple of cars at the end that I didn't hate. Like I liked like the Formula One car was pretty cool. I liked the Uberschall 8 or whatever that one was, like the race car. Um, and then I really just used guys. Oh my god. I used to use the fucking General Lee all the time and just keep honking the horn and just keep honking the horn. I would follow people around and just keep honking the horn. I don't know why. I must have been the most annoying kid on the server at all given times, but that was just so fun to me, bro. I really don't know what the hell was wrong with me that I think that was fun, but yeah, I loved the toy version of that as well. I didn't get it later till Big Surf Island, so I didn't use it that much. Just because I didn't really play all that much when Big Surf Island finally came out. I was pretty much done with the game at that point, but I still enjoyed it. Like, I used the bootlegger a lot. I used the Echo One or whatever the Ghostbusters car was sometimes. Wasn't really a fan of the Knight Rider car. Didn't really care for the Back to the Future car, but I did like the. I did use the toy van a lot too, the Toy Inferno van, just because it looked so silly. It looked like it's just so silly to see a little van rolling around. But that was pretty much it. I mean, you can say what you want about the rest of the cars. I thought they were all pretty mid. Oh, another voice crack, man. I love this shit. It's so cool, man. It's so cool. Please, my manly body needs to just exert itself already and stop fucking voice cracking. Dude, I'm gonna fucking lose my shit. Anyways, yeah. Rest of the cars were kind of mid. Didn't really care for them all that much, They were pretty basic to me. I liked what I liked, and I have my own certain taste. Certain taste, which is the correct one. I mean, I know it's just an opinion at the end of the day, but my opinion is correct. So you can either deal with that or you cannot. I also thought it was kind of funny that there's like sponsored cars in this game. Like I know there's a Walmart version of the F1 car. There's a fucking Circuit City version of it, which is like, guys, I don't even know if anyone listening to this right now is old enough to remember what Circuit City is. Circuit City is basically was a competitor to Best Buy. It's pretty much the same store, electronics, that type of stuff. But I just thought it was funny reading through the car list again that there's a goddamn Circuit City hot rod. Like, holy fuck, dude. Circuit City, man. Rest in peace to all my homies that liked Circuit City because that shit went out of business. RIP, boys. RIP. But that's pretty much all there is to say about this game, man. I really, if I missed something, let me know in the comments, and we can have a discussion about it. But um, I used to be so gay for getting achievements back in the day, man. I used to grind gamer score. Like that was my main objective. I wouldn't even buy games to enjoy them. I would buy them to get the most gamer score I could, which is, and honestly, it's a polar opposite of what I do now. Now I buy games and I appreciate the story. I appreciate the artwork. I appreciate all the coding and the shit that went into it and how hard it was to make and how beautiful it is. Because there are a lot of games now that are artwork that are literally just art pieces that I would have disregarded back in the day just because I wanted gamer score from them, you know. But I have this game like almost 100% in. The only achievements I were missing or that I'm missing is the fucking ones that you need the camera for because I never got the camera, which I never really wanted it anyway, but it does bother me to this day that I didn't end up 100%ing because of that. So I might suicide off that. I'm still thinking about it, dude. It's one of my, it just haunts me, bro. It's like the PVZ episode. It just haunts me to this day. I mean, I honestly think this probably should have been the first episode because, you know, there's not that much to talk about with Burnout, guys, and that's why I like it. It's pretty bare bones, you know. You pretty much load into the game, and after the first two races, you kind of get the gimmick of it. I don't know if I ever mentioned that the cars just show up out of anywhere too, right? Basically, DJ Fagboy says at the end of a race every now and then, he's like, "Oh, this car is now driving around the city. Shut it down to earn it." And then basically, as you're free roaming towards different events, the car will start to show up behind you or show up on your side. Crash it. It'll go to the junkyard, and then you can break it out and fix it, and then use it. Which I don't know, man. I always liked that shit. I always liked just fucking taking the cars out and earning them, man. I just really like that. I don't like when there's no currency in this game like there is in like Need for Speed and stuff, which is kind of the appeal to me specifically. While I do like the currency and I do like that in other games, it just works so well in this game because you really feel like you earn the cars by knocking them out. And then it really encourages you to try all of them out, right? And see which ones you like, see which boost type you kind of go towards. I was always a stunt boost guy, and the speed boost didn't really care for the aggression. Wasn't really my play style. But yeah, it was really. I always thought that was pretty cool. I know I've driven every single car in the game just because it's like this, right? If you had to buy them individually, I don't know that I would have driven every car. I most certainly wouldn't have because there's ones that I just don't care for. But the stats are better, so you use them, right? And what's a better way to win than better stats, right? So fucking A, just go all in on that shit, boy. But I guess that's really it for Burnout. I know I've said that a couple times now, but you know, I just wanted to record something really quick while I had the time. I do have time most nights, but I really just want to spend it playing, man. I want to stick to like a 1 or 2 weekly upload here to kind of just, you know, take my time and really, in the future, obviously not with this one, take my time, have like a nice video layout for the actual episodes. And I want the mini-sodes to be kind of more rambly, because that's what they are to me. And then the episodes I'll have more thought out. But this one, there's going to be the occasional episode like this where you don't really, the game isn't that intricate and there's not a lot to it, you know, where you could just kind of riff on about what you had fun in and shit. So that's going to be what this is. I'm probably going to stick to uploading on like Saturday and Sunday when I have more time because I don't work on the weekends. During the week, it's just harder because I get home from work late and I have to work out and eat dinner and shower. And by that time, it's already like 7 p.m. I have a couple hours to game and then I go to sleep and repeat it all the next day. And that is the first world country, middle class fucking lifestyle right there, baby. That's what the American dream is, man. We work and then we die. Hell yeah. It's March 18th, 10:51 p.m. Almost 11 here. I do work tomorrow. I don't know why I tell you guys that, but I just feel like it's something to say. But yeah, this is an anomaly. I didn't really want to play anything tonight because I'm just kind of feeling tired. Tomorrow is the Halo patch that's going to bring commando buffs, a lot of new maps, some network fixes, which is pretty cool. Looking forward to check that out tomorrow. Tomorrow is Tuesday on Overwatch 2 as well, so there's going to be a shop refresh. I told you guys, or I haven't told you guys, but what I did with the lifetime death, you know how there's the lifetime name cards in Overwatch for playing like 500 mystery heroes, or winning them rather, winning 500 death matches. I did the death matches. I committed to 3 death matches a day for a year to do it, deathmatch wins, and that was miserable, dude. And it felt so good when I got done with it and got the player card, even though I don't use it, but it's just another one checked off the list, you know, because I'm a completionist in that game. I like to have everything I can. So that's what I'm going to do with the new Gauntlet, man. The new Gauntlet has a lifetime fucking name card, of course, for clearing 5,000 fucking rounds, right? So I'm trying to commit to 1 Gauntlet a day. Just get 10 rounds off the card a day, and then hopefully in a year or 2. I haven't really done the math to how that's going to work out. Off the top of my head, it's going to be like 500 days. So if I want to do them all in a year, I'll have to do like, 15 rounds, 14 rounds, something like that a day. So 2 games at least a day of Gauntlet to get that within a year. Maybe I'll just stretch it out to do the 500, because honestly, I do like the Gauntlet game mode, man. The Gauntlet game mode's pretty fun, but I don't think it's all that replayable. I beat it all on Legendary already with all the roles too, so I already got those ones out of the way. Pretty straightforward, pretty easy. It does get pretty intense at the end there, which is pretty cool on Legendary. I don't know why I'm rambling about Overwatch on the Burnout video. Somebody stop me. I am a menace to society. But as for that, like, I do want these videos to be more scripted, but not as scripted as the PVZ one, for fuck's sake. Just have, basic bulletins to walk through. I'm probably going to go, because when I started this channel, let me pull it up. I have a text notepad on my computer here for all the games I've played back. It's called SP Games List. It's single player games I've recently finished playing or am playing currently. Not really so much. It's mostly just the finished ones, and it goes back to 2021. The first thing on this, I'll just tell you guys, is Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War campaign. I know I played that way later than when it released. And then the last thing I have on here was Borderlands and I beat that March 6th of this year. So a lot of stuff in between, a lot of games in 2023, a lot of games in 2021, not too much in 2022, but there is like 15 of them I beat. When I started this video, I already had all of these done. I don't know why I started keeping track of this all those years ago and didn't start making videos. I fucking regret waiting until now. So if you're hearing this, that's your go sign, man. Just do it if you want to do it. I'm already doing it now, and it's just it took too much time to do, man. I started way too late. I could have all of these games that I'm scrolling through right now as episodes or minisodes on here, man, and it feels bad because especially I don't remember a lot of what happened in some of them. Some of them were games I've played a bunch of times, but other ones were ones I played for the first time. And it just sucks that I can't really talk about it without replaying it again, because I don't really remember much about it because I play through so much. Like Dishonored 1 and 2. I could not tell you Dishonored 1 and 2. Oh, dude, I can't even remember that shit now. It's just like so far away from my brain. Granted, I did play those in 2023, so last year. But yeah, I don't really know where I'm going with this. Basically, I'm saying I have a whole library of games I've played within the past couple of years that I wish I had done episodes on. I kind of regret it, but it is what it is. I don't want to just look up videos and then make my videos off of that, because it's kind of, that's dishonest to me. I feel like I should play the games and then talk about them. I feel like it's a more authentic, genuine experience. But for Burnout, I've played this game, dude. I probably have beat Burnout, not exaggerating here, probably 6 or 7 times now. I feel like I have a pretty good grasp on it. I'm cheating on this video a little bit because I've played it so many times. One I'll probably do in the next one is probably going to be, like I said, Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland, which I'm playing through now. Also, I replayed Doom 2016 pretty recently, so I'll probably do that because I did play that earlier this year. And that is one I've been wanting to talk about for a while. I love me some Doom, bro. Doom 2016 is such a killer performance for the franchise and id Software as a whole. They really nailed that game, man, and it'll be cool to talk about in the future. Sorry for rambling. I'll just let you know what I am playing right now. I did an hour of Halo Infinite earlier. Still trying to get all the Kazis. I'm almost all the way through Battle Pass number 2. And then we'll move on to the third one, unless there's an event in between them. It's been pretty fun, man. I love the fact that they added the DMR from Reach. Not exactly, but it's pretty much what it is. Very fun gun to use, very rewarding, especially when you hit all 5 shots to get the kill and the announcer goes, perfect, because you just know you fucking shat on the enemy so hard. Very rewarding, very good. Having a lot of fun with Halo Infinite. Looking forward to the update tomorrow. Still playing some Overwatch. I got on, did my gauntlet today, did the 10 rounds, did that. I tried the new, they have a quick play, hack. It's basically no limits, except for you could choose the same character within a certain role, right? Role lock still applies, so there's still a single tank. But you can choose any 2 DPS and any 2 supports you want together. Like 2 Baptistes, 2 Zenyatas, 2 Lucios, 2 Ashes, 2 Cassidys, 2 Sombras, whichever you want, and then whatever tank is thrown in there. And then with open queue, it's just 2 of the same hero. Any team comp you want, which it was cool. I really hope they don't go and add this feature into normal quick play, because it's like why? You don't need 2 of the same character on the same team. It's a cool little fun experiment, but I really hope they don't go through with this, because they already added hero limits way back in the first game. Remember, like, you could go 6 Winstons and just jump onto somebody as 6 fucking monkeys. It was just cheesy and dumb. I really like the fact that they have hero lock to 1 hero per team. I really think that's the direction the game needs to stay in. I hope they don't go through with this. I know this is on Burnout Paradise. I don't know why I'm even talking about this. Still playing Kirby's Nightmare in Dreamland. I didn't play last night. I'll probably play a little bit tonight after I'm done with the pod. Oh, also, I think I'm going to call it talk show now. I'm going to leave podcast in the title. I'm going to call it my talk show, because that is like a good middle ground between podcast. God, I hate that word. And, whatever the fuck you think this is, a talk or a recorded voice, which it basically is. It is my recorded voice. It's my recorded talk show. And thanks for listening if you're hearing this, which is, if somebody is hearing this that isn't me in the future, that's pretty cool that it's just reached somebody, man. And I'm glad. I hope we can bond over Burnout Paradise and my awful talking about stuff that isn't the topic of the game. So, I mean, that's really it, guys. I don't know if I have much else to say here. Should I rate this game out of 10? I guess I could. Let's see. What do we give it out of 10? I guess I'll start with, would I recommend this to anybody? Yes, I would. I honestly, if you're into racing games, racing games aren't for everybody. Just how like MOBAs aren't for everybody, or shooters aren't for everybody. Everybody has their own flavor of game. But I would say this is very entry level, very easy to get into. The controls are not hard; they're pretty standard for any racing game. Very easy to get into. I would definitely recommend it to anybody, to your dad, your dog, your nephews, your nieces. Anybody can have fun on this game, I think. Plus, the crashing is actually very cool. Kids would probably get a kick out of that. Honestly, the soundtrack I'll bring up really quick. Who could forget the Guns N' Roses theme every fucking time you boot the game up? Axl Rose and his beautiful voice really carry the game. It carries the game so hard that I actually do not remember most of the other songs in the game. I only remember stupid DJ Tommy talking about whatever he's yapping about, like me. And then I remember Guns N' Roses. I think I had a custom soundtrack on for a lot of it. I would just listen to my own stuff. I actually do believe I would turn the music volume all the way down just so I could hear the car itself too. Um, but yeah, out of 10, guys, let's see. Out of 10, out of 10, out of 10. What do I rate Burnout Paradise out of 10? I would give it a solid 7. Solid 7. Pretty easy, pretty bare bones. That's actually something I like about it though. It's not too intricate. You can get on like an hour at a time, have a blast. You can grind it all through if you want to. But like I said, it's very repetitive. It's the same events, same types of events over and over again, although there is a lot of variation in the whereabouts you get to. There's a lot to explore, guys. I mean, a lot to explore. The custom, you can make custom races online, which is actually pretty cool. Set your own waypoints and make your own race for your friends to do. Actually, pretty cool feature. I didn't play around with it too much, but yeah, man, that's it. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. We'll cut some points off for the repetitiveness and just not pairing the bikes together with the cars. Like, why would they make it a separate campaign, bro? I really don't get the fucking idea behind that. Maybe it had something to do with crashing into the motorcycle drivers. They didn't want that to obviously be like an advertisement in the game to do, but it's whatever, man. It's still a good time. Still a lot of fun times to be had on Burnout Paradise in the current year, guys. And it's actually on sale on Steam right now for $5. Although the PC version, guys, I would not recommend playing it on PC. Get this game on console because it runs like shit on the PC. And the EA app is fucking terrible. The EA app is an abomination. It's almost as bad as the Ubisoft app. Just please, Ubisoft and EA, fix your fucking launchers, dude. They are so bad. Why can't everybody just use Steam? Like, why is Steam not the universal launcher for everything? It should be, man. It's so good. It works great. They got good deals on it all the time. That's a different topic for a different fucking video, though. Actually, that does sound like a good topic. Why is Steam the GOAT? I would have a lot to say about that. But yeah, I'll wrap it up, guys. Burnout Paradise. Go out and get it. Go race your hearts out. Go crash people. Earn the carbon cars. This game probably doesn't have a massive online. A lot of people playing it online still. I'm sure if you get a couple of your friends to buy it, though, it's a good time, man. It's a good time to fuck around on. And with that, I will be signing off. So, if you're hearing this for some reason and somehow, thank you, man. I'm not going to ask for a like and a sub. I know I always say that, but I don't care. I just want to improve. Leave a comment. Leave some feedback. Tell me how gay and retarded I am. Tell me how much of a gay fag I am. Tell me how bad I am at this. Tell me I should quit. It's only going to make me stronger. So, yeah. Thanks again, guys, if you're hearing this. And take care. Take care and burn out. I don't know what the fuck. What was that, dude?